So the opinions and views expressed in this podcast are that of our own and the future Bachelor podcast only, and not affiliated with any outside party or entity or anything like that. This fun podcast, though, may include some adult language.
Future Bachelor podcast.
Hello, all, and happy finale night. This is going to be episode 291 of the Future Bachelor. I am Veronica DiStefano. Tune in here on Tipsy Talks live or on the podcast. Listen to the full podcast on all your podcast platforms or on YouTube for the whole breakdown of this episode. I'm excited to get into it. And then also, Sai and I will be coming at you next week with a new episode to kind of talk about, wrap up the season and things like that. So I'm excited. It's a live Golden Bachelor finale, live audience. We got everybody in a lot of sparkly stuff, it looks like. And I'm excited now, especially because the Hollywood Reporter came out with that whole report about how Gary had a girlfriend before the show. So some things never change. So we're in Costa Rica. It's do or die time. He's going to make a decision. I don't know why it's necessary to get engaged. I think it's so interesting that the show pushes monogamy at the end, but the whole essence of this show is polyamory. So it's like, I feel like they have to do it to really be like, look, middle America, we care about, monogamy and marriage and what that means, which I think can be very important, like marriage can be, but, look at him. They really got him rocking, the sneaks, the little, button downs and stuff, and, 3 buttons off. Time to meet the fam. So those are his daughters. I think those are his granddaughters. It's cute because, Teresa's first, and she said, I can't really do my the jump yet, because she's got this stuff in her arms. She's getting ready to meet the fam, which Gary does give off girl dad vibes. His one daughter looks more like him. His other daughter looks like what I think Tony looks like from the pictures we've seen throughout the season. And his granddaughters, I feel like, are going to be the biggest judges, They're grown adults. They're going to have opinions. I think it's almost maybe even a different vibe for them. Oh, Trista's there. Ooh. They really have, they pulled out everybody. They have Katie and Zach. They've got Charity. They really have everybody there. They have some of the Golden Women.
Amazingly well. I mean, they couldn't have picked a better Golden Bachelor.
They're like, don't we know it? But this must be hard for them because it's like, this is our mom. Okay, so Teresa's being an oversharer like usual, and she's telling them how pretty much, their dad hit on her on their first night and how he finessed a kiss, and I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't be like, oh, wow, that's definitely what makes you like my dad. Ew. I would be like, no, I get it. Of course you guys have physical wants, needs. But, can we talk more about, why, why do you want to get married again? What's the point? What are you going to do? Are you going to move? This is what we need to do. All right, so the girls like Teresa, because they're like, she can connect into our family and things like that. And oh my god, they just asked if he knocked boots with Teresa. This is hilarious. I don't know if I'd be asking that. Maybe I'd be curious because if I watch the show, but it's my dad. That'd be weird. But I feel like Teresa might be the black horse in this, just because I feel like that she's getting a better edit now in these last couple of episodes, and I wonder if she's going to come and overcome Leslie, even though Leslie seems more aligned with him throughout. Okay, so they're doing, Teresa and Gary are doing their final date, and it's adorable because they're in one of their villas or something, or in a villa, and they showed Teresa going around lighting the candles. What? I feel like they would have somebody else set that up, but I guess they needed the B-roll. I don't know. But it feels are they gonna stay that night together again? What's the deal? So Teresa pretty much was like, if you're not 1,000% into this, like, don't be choosing me. And he's like, don't worry, I won't. But like, she reaffirmed it. She's like, I'd be brokenhearted. I'd be over if you don't choose me, but I'd be even hurt more if you choose me and then like have second thoughts. And she was talking about at the end, she's like, I know he's told me, you know, he loves me, but what has he told Leslie? Like, I guess I can't worry about that, but that is something I'm worried about. All right, Leslie's coming in confident, and Gary was like, if she doesn't get along with my family, I'd be surprised, which to me feels like she's gonna flop. They wouldn't promote it if she wasn't gonna flop. But I feel like she's got more of the sense of humor and stuff that maybe their mom had, so I don't know.
Kids and grandkids do the same.
So, how's it all been? How's the journey been so far?
The journey.
So much fun. My whole thing is I made him laugh, and like he got my humor, which is really important to me because not everybody thinks I'm funny. But Gary does, so that's good.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
As long as Gary thinks I'm funny, that's a vibe.
You know, you look up to The Bachelor and you're like, oh, he's kind of prim and proper. I think the best time for me was on our overnight date. All of a sudden, he said the word and I was like, yes, I can swear in front of him.
Oh my god, she just swore. I wonder what she said. So the girls just met him, now the daughters are about to meet him. Meet her, excuse me.
I mean, that's all I ever want to do.
They're traveling, they're doing stuff, like...
I guess I'm just curious as to
Ooh.
where your feelings are
On.
with regards to a proposal. Would you
Yeah, like, what are your thoughts, sis? Because they're asking the same questions, which is good.
The other day, you know,
Ooh.
he said to me, do you think this can work? I said, absolutely. And he goes, till death do us part. And I said, yes. And then got anxiety because...
Ooh, real.
It's a lot.
It's real.
You know, honestly...
Love hasn't worked out.
Right in my life. He has. And it scared me a little bit.
Yeah.
And I talked about it with him.
Leslie, see, this is where Leslie and Teresa differ, because Leslie hasn't had, like, that everything.
Person. You know, I've had other relationships. I've been married twice. I wanted that. It just...
time?
Yeah.
Ooh,
And just you and I?
right?
All right. Yeah. So,
Awkward. Why is it so awkward right now?
you ready to go?
What's going on?
Well, I never want to leave.
Why are they being so weird? Like,
I am looking forward to seeing you later.
right?
No.
It's probably time for me to take off.
I feel like they're giving this weird edit to, like, make it seem awkward. I feel like they're trying to, like, put Leslie as a lower tier right now.
While meeting Gary's daughters and granddaughters, but...
Because, you know, they're gonna use the whole, like, she has anxiety around the fact that she hasn't had, like, a
herself.
long-standing relationship. Long-standing. I'm using, like, air quotes because, like, she's been married twice.
I'll see you later.
But she hasn't had, like, that, what was supposed to be a forever love, I guess.
Mannerisms were a little different, and so...
And now she's in her head.
Down about it.
So it's the final date. Leslie's worried because he wasn't acting like himself. I think it's interesting that for these final dates, they're kind of just doing, like, a weird little, like, night-in situation. Weird is not the right word, but, like, it's very different from other situations. And I'm also still laughing at the fact that he accidentally gave Teresa a screwdriver when he thought he was giving her OJ from their date.
I love them so much.
Also, like, I feel like these two are dressed for two different areas. Like, he's dressed for, like, something way more casual than what she's dressed for.
So how are you? You seem...
Tense?
I could tell you weren't your usual Gary self.
Yeah, he's got a lot on his mind, Leslie.
It's okay.
You know, I'm just, you know, the stress and pressure of it, and
Rachel's, like, in the corner being all like, yeah, I remember all that.
make a decision that is life-changing, and
They also showed
sorry. I didn't
Joey in the audience earlier, and kind of like him giving his reactions to, you know, seeing Gary go through it, like trying to decide too. And I just wonder, you know, foreshadowing if he's seeing, you know, what happens on his season, because they've already filmed it, I believe, all the way. Maybe they're still filming some of it. Who
here's
knows?
to me and here's to us.
But you could tell Gary's really good at reassuring Leslie in these moments, because I think, for him with Teresa, he doesn't have to reassure her in the same ways because they have an understanding, because they're all like, we had love, like this or that. Like, their anxieties are about different things. So, but like, Leslie's anxious because she's like, I have big shoes to fill, where I feel like Teresa has an understanding that they're never going to fill the shoes. All right, so they have the little photo/memory book, which, right, like, which she's like, I kept these things. No, you didn't. You asked, like, a producer made this for y'all. And all these blank pages for more memories together. Like, the producers did a good job with that kind of stuff. Like, I wonder, do they just, like, present it to her, or does she ask for something like that? Or she's like, I need to make an impression. I would love to know. Because, like, it's just such a manufactured moment. All right, Leslie hit him with the, I don't know if I could see a life without you. You make me feel whole. And he kind of responded in a weird way. He's all like, wow, that's big. And even he kind of responded something weird like that to Teresa, too, in their time together. So I don't know. I don't know if he's been, like, too trained or what. But it's getting weird right now. And, like, she's getting upset because the anxiety's taking over with her. And I feel like the way he had been talking was, like, almost like he was going to break up with her. He's like, wow, like, you've really impacted my life. Like, we really did share some great moments together. Like, it felt very, like, aren't we happy we did have these moments? Like, let's think about the positives. Like, that's kind of, like, the vibe I'm getting, which is, it's weirding me out. I'm confused on how this is going right now. Like, they're, like, she's really stressed out. Look at Susan. But, like, she's crying. And he pretty much is like, I think it's time for me to go. Like, I gotta make moves. Like, we have a call time. I gotta make decisions. My hair's stuck to yours.
Just that I have a tough decision to make.
Oh, Leslie was looking for something there. She's like, is there something you want to tell me? And he's like, I don't have anything. Like, and all he can say is that he has a tough decision to make, which she knows that. I don't know. This is a weird moment. Like, it's so emotional. Is this the emotional ending that we never would have expected? It just feels very, like, abrupt. Gary came back, knocked on the door, and we're gonna fade to black right there. The audience is like, really? Even like Brayden and all of them. Jesse, come on. Come on. This is unfair. Really. Leslie thinks she's about to be broken up with right now, and I kind of think the same.
Difficult. And I've kind of made a decision
about
how I want to go about this.
How so? How do you want to go about it, Gary? And?
I have fallen in love with Teresa.
Okay.
And
I have fallen in love with you.
I'm going to take.
Knew it. Told everybody for the last couple of weeks.
The other night was a lot.
Leslie's about to go.
It wasn't a lie.
Yeah, it was.
Oh.
Everything you told me the other
Leslie's like, you told me a lie because you said you fell in love with me and that it was going to be us.
an utter lie, Gary.
Yeah, he kind of did, like, promise her the world multiple times.
Oh,
I mean, he did that with Faith, too.
Things have evolved.
I knew it. I knew the minute I saw you today.
Not Leslie saying, we weren't off, you were off. She said, no. And then now I can relate to, like, how her anxiety is going, because she's like, where did we go? Like, where did it go wrong? What did I do? Blah, blah, blah.
We could.
And I mean, please, my therapist knows plenty. But, Gary's trying to make her feel better, but I could tell he was letting her down easy earlier with the memory book.
How much pain I would cause someone.
So he's all like, this is why I wanted to tell you now. Because I didn't want you to be in even more pain by you coming all the way to the f***ing altar to be turned down. And he's now trying to comfort her as she's crying her eyeballs out. And we're getting a shot of Charity being like, woof. We're getting a shot of his daughters being like, woof. This is rough. Rough to say. See, she's like, you made it sound like you chose me because he... I mean, he did say things. I mean, this is where it gets hard because this is like what happens every season, you know, with different things. Because it's hard when you get down to the last two. Like, you know, you got to choose one. Just one. After living polyamory for like a month.
You can talk to me all night. Say you love me. And then one day, not even a day, 12 hours later, you changed your mind.
Wow. This is rough. This is why I feel like old people aren't made out for this, because like this is so different, especially she just met the family. She's like all in. This is all she wanted. Gary's now breaking down to Jesse. I wonder if like Jesse was just chilling out. Like it's probably like, what time is it? Who knows? But he was like, fuck, I gotta put on some clothes. He's like so angry.
I've never felt worse in my whole life as when my wife passed away. And this is a close second.
Gary, see, this is what we've been seeing the previews for all season.
Good person.
And he's swearing up a storm now. He's saying like, I f*** her over. I feel bad. I hate myself. I hate this all. He's like, I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know if it's worth it. And now, but like, if he thinks that and he's gonna go cold turkey with Teresa, then he'll hurt everybody. All right, they have Leslie in the hot seat right now. Also, I am just realizing now it is past an hour since the show started, so I don't. It's just a 2-hour long show, and then we get 2 hours of Bachelor in Paradise, and I was not made aware. That's on me, I guess. I forgot. But now Jesse's talking to her, being all like, so pretty much rubbing back in her face how he's like, what were you feeling when you really, you know, you're really feeling all in, and then got blindsided. All right, Gary's coming out in like the most lawyery looking suit ever. Leslie is staring daggers. Oh, a full hug. Interesting move. All right, let her go. You might be an engaged man at this point. Who knows?
Gary, it's great seeing you. Thanks so much for being here. Listen, I just
always awkward on the couch like this.
to have a conversation. So Leslie, I'll open the
Wow, she's like turning straight to him. She's ready to dive in. What's she gonna ask first? Or say?
Back was very emotional, obviously. I'm sure it was for you too. And
I love how she assumes. She's like, I'm sure it sucked to watch how you lost me, my dog.
all this now, I'm much better than I was, obviously. And
Damn, Leslie said she wrote their vows. She picked out the dress blue because it matched their eyes. She was like so confident, which we got bits of that. And she was talking about how she like won't share what they talked about on their fantasy suite. But obviously he said some stuff. Excuse me. He said some stuff where, you know, he made it seem very obvious to her that she was getting chosen, that she was the one. Which is funny to hear about that now in the context of knowing that, like, that was kind of whatever that lady who went to the Hollywood Reporter to say about, like, how he dated her long term and, like, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, promised her everything and then pretty much, like, iced her out. Leslie is real for saying, like, she's like, I don't know if I accept your apology, but I understand it. Because, like, Gary pretty much is like, I'm sorry that, you know, I led you on, pretty much. Like, she's like, okay. I mean, you could have changed some things up.
I had to find that one person that I couldn't live without.
Oh my God, if he says the whole, like, I need to find that one person I can't live without it one more time, I can't deal with that. He's like, I could live without you. Like, stop saying that. Like, at this point, like, come on. He's name dropping other ladies that he had to, like, say goodbye to. That's kind of wild. They're right over there. They're like, hello.
I wish I could have done better. I am human and I
Look at Joan being the queen holding their hands. Joan is giving next Golden Bachelorette vibes. So this is going to be technically, you know, her first real proposal because she got married to Billy when they were 18. God, old people are so fucking weird. Like, getting married so young. That's all they had. But, you know, both heartwarming moments from Teresa and Gary in these pre-proposal moments because he talked about how he was, like, praying to Tony and Tony was giving him the sign that this is the right thing to do, which I think that's beautiful. You know, you see your loved ones, your lost loved ones in all different ways. And, oh my God, a golden rose for the Golden Bachelor? That's bougie as fuck. How come they didn't give him, like, yellow roses throughout the whole thing? I guess, would that be too off-brand? Even in this proposal, they're bringing up the frickin' diner first date. Like, is that all we got? Is that all we got? I don't know. I'm, like, happy for them. I just feel like it's falling flat to me. And to me, it's like, I feel like I'm in on the joke. I hope they're in on the joke, that the fact that they're bringing it up all the time now, too. But I don't think they're in on the joke. You're the person I can't live without. Oh my God, he said it again.
You're the person that I can't live without.
He literally waited the biggest thing to be like, you're not the right person for me to live with. And she was like, cool, I guess I'm gonna peace out, bye. I can't believe it. That's so rude. They really went heavy on the sparkles for this whole show. For this, like, look at Teresa in her little sparkly mini dress. Girl. Also, the fact that I'm this tired and I still have Bachelor in Paradise to watch. We have a late night going. I might need to make myself some tea or something. That makes sense for someone of her age. Like a Neil Lane. Neil Lane rings make sense for this.
Fantastic. You know, you spend this much time keeping a secret. To be able to be out in the open is an amazing feeling.
Oh my God. Keeping this secret, let me tell you, my grandson's kept this secret this entire time. And I did not tell my sisters. So, Mary and Charlotte?
She hasn't told anybody. That's hilarious. The keeping the secret is so hard. But it's something that I feel like they would never have to do, you know? Oh my God. So Teresa just literally was like, I knocked his boots off. And like his granddaughters and daughters were like, oh, this is so embarrassing. And she's like, I'm kidding. It's just talking about kissing. And like now I feel like they're leaning too hard into it now at this point. Like, I don't know. I'm sex positive and I love that they have their love. But now it feels like a weird bit. And I'm like, it's overdone. All right, they're showing a preview of Joey's season. It's looking good. It's looking juicy. Joey's looking sexy. These ladies are looking hot. Looks like a lot of fun areas that they're going to go. And it looks like the Golden Bachelor ladies get to come back and give some advice and run a date. Oh, yeah, because, you know, he's like, you know, and I thought me and Charity were going to be a thing, and then we weren't. He is so fine. I am unwell.
So does Joey find the kind of love that Gary is...
Are we done? Like, how is this episode? I'm so sorry. This episode feels long. I really have enjoyed how the Golden Bachelor episodes have only been an hour, and I feel like I am feeling the wear and tear of this episode right now.
We're back to our normal lives.
Okay, but where are they living?
Single day, we talk on the phone at night.
Oh my God, they bought him a trip to Italy. Blah, blah, blah. Where is ABC getting this money now? Is it because they saved it? They're like, instead of sending you to Italy during your season, we're going to send you together. I wonder.
It really is very convenient.
Really? How come?
We can use that as our honeymoon trip. Because we are going to get married. We're going to do it as quickly as we can.
Oh my God.
At our age, we don't have a lot of time to waste.
Oh my God, Gary. We get it. You guys are old.
Wedding plan? We're getting married. You're getting married right away. I told you.
Yeah, they're getting married now. I mean, it's true though. At that age, like, what are they trying? They're not trying to do a big old wedding. They're like, we're gonna go and just get wedding. Of course, they're doing a live golden wedding. Blah, blah, blah. That's the only way then they could do it huge. Stupid. I don't know. I think... Okay, thank God Bachelor in Paradise is only an hour because it has to be. Because then the local news, shout out to that, comes on at 11. Oh, thank God. It's kind of a cold open to... Not really, though, because they did a whole build-up of all this stuff. I kind of think I would have liked just a plain old cold open to this episode of Bachelor in Paradise, just because I feel like they've been promoting how it's going to be crazy for like a second.
I think today is super pivotal for Blake and Jess. Yesterday was a...
Okay, so pretty much Blake was all like, seeing Katie made me realize we had less time together and we got way further and we're nowhere near there and I don't think we're anywhere where we need to be and sorry about ya. And just like, damn, I mean, I wanted to keep trying, but, I feel like I thought I'd be hopelessly in love at this point and I'm not. So, and I don't know how to end things when I begin them like this, so I just feel weird. Damn, this is kind of brutal. Especially after the Leslie breakup and seeing this. But I kind of called, like, Blake and Jess not being a match. Like, also, why are we not talking about how she kissed Tyler? Are we ever going to talk about that? Oh, and now, like, Olivia and Rachel are watching and they're all like, oh, shit, we thought, like, they were good to go, but they are not. This is sad because Jess, like, wanted to. She was trying and she's like, he was all in and I feel bad, like I'm blaming myself. Yeah, Blake's like, I'm outie. I've been on this show so many fucking times. It's time for me to leave. Jess, I mean, I just never saw them as a good couple. I don't get it. Also, where's Tyler? What about that situation? Okay, now, see, everyone's like, he was into her, like, we know, but, like, they discussed, and I thought they were gonna keep trying. I don't know. I feel like they just, like, I feel like they didn't communicate the right way. Who's chasing after Blake? Kylie. It's done. He's leaving. Okay, wait, why don't we just let him go? So, Blake's gone. Jess is still here. Jess feels really bad. She's like, what am I going to do? The other girls are trying to rally around her, being all like, you could still say, what about that kiss you had with fucking Tyler? Except, I don't know, because that's going to tear up shit with Mercedes. And, that's already on ice. So, what's going to happen there? So, Mercedes and Tyler just talked, and Tyler pretty much was like, I don't see a spark. Mercedes like, I need a spark. I've been used. Which I don't really believe in a spark. I think also, like, why didn't Tyler talk to Jess? They could have a thing, or that'd be too hard against Mercedes because Jess isn't going to backstab her friend like that. But, like, they fucking kissed. Why are we not talking about any of that? This feels dramatic for no reason. I feel like her and Tyler, I think she should have just stayed with Will when she had Will. Her and Tyler didn't make sense to me. And now, now there's no dudes left at this point. Like, who's even left? Alright, so Jordan pretty much was all like, talk to Rachel. They were vibing. He's all like, totally into Rachel too. Like, he's like, I like Rachel. We have a vibe, but I don't know if I feel romantic. And I'm trying to holler at Mercedes, and I wanted to, but now she's got no man. So now is my chance.
There was no spark.
And now she's just trauma dumping on Jordan, which feels weird at this point of the game. Like, to go from having somebody that you were with for a while to then maybe getting somebody new like Jordan for Mercedes. Like, at this point, like, you're not going to make anything out of that, maybe. You probably won't. So, like, kind of feels like stupid at that point. Okay, so Brayden went after Jess. Now Tanner's going after Jess. Taylor, who I can't believe he's even still here because we've heard him speak on camera maybe 3 times over the last week and a half, is talking to her, and like Tanner swooped in. It's like, I get it. The hurdles have been cleared. Now there's something more, but like, why was like no one trying to like get her? It's like because they respected Blake too much, I guess. They were like, Blake's, you know, he's been around the block. He knows the things. And now, but like, what about Tanner and Rachel? Wasn't he just telling Rachel how he really wanted to like give it a try, that they needed to just give it a try? These boys are being messy. All right, Eliza first, because we all know she's giving hers to Aaron. But also, is this not the finale then? I'm just confused. Are they going to do an after the beach? I don't know what's going on anymore. I'm guessing this has to be the end. Like, I am so... Okay, but let's get through this. Because we only have seemingly 10 minutes of television time left, unless they're going to push the news broadcast, which maybe they will because the live went long with Gary's Golden Bachelor finale. Kat is so funny. I just like, she's so obnoxious. She's just like so ridiculous. Pieces of her soul after she's like taken everybody's man. Who is just gonna choose now that all the boys came hopping on her after, you know, Blake left and she's feeling some kind of way? Will she even like give any of them a shot, or will she just be like, you know what, sorry about it? Tanner. So then what is Rachel gonna do? Oh my god, Taylor thought she said Taylor. This dude is so embarrassing. Why is he even there? Like, just for comic relief?
You have shown nothing but kindness.
Okay, but look at Rachel in the background. What the f***? Is she okay? Like, what's going on? Well, is Rachel gonna go back with Brayden? Or who is she gonna pick? Is she gonna go with Jordan? Jordan's not feeling her that much. But, like, well... Okay, so now Rachel has no options because Jordan got picked up by Mercedes. It's her turn. And she's like, am I going to pick Brayden, who I had a thing with? I don't fucking know. They just pushed her over there. She's like, who the hell? What the hell? I'm not picking Taylor's ass. No one knows who the fuck that is. She's gonna have a breakdown. She's having a breakdown, don't we know it? I love watching the camera guy from the other camera guy's angle, watching Jesse run after her.
Hey, everything okay?
No. She's like, now I don't have a rose to give out. Like, who am I gonna give it? All right, Rachel left because she's all like, you know, I told myself that if there's a time I needed to leave, I was going to do it. And she's like, I think I need to go because I think she just doesn't have any connections with anybody. I don't really know what happened with her and Brayden's connection because they were having fun. But I guess that, you know, it just didn't progress besides that. And so, you know, now they're gone. Brayden and Taylor, who the fuck, whatever. Like, and Brayden made his way. He had a blast on the beach. I feel like he really did have a great come up on the beach. Paradise did to him what it needed to do, which we love. But I wonder if, like, they'll still be buddies. I mean, they've been at all these shows together. Like, they were just at the Golden Bachelor live taping and whatever. I don't know. Who knows? All right, well, that ends this one. But I guess the finale is next week, which would have loved to know. Would have loved to know. ABC, you've been not doing a great job, or maybe I just haven't been doing a great job. But that means next week, Sai and I will hopefully be able to get together to do maybe just a Bachelor in Paradise finale episode and talk about some stuff. Right now, he is in dress rehearsals for one of his plays that he's got going on that opens this weekend. So it's been super busy. I'm getting ready to go to a wedding with my family this weekend from one of my cousins. So definitely, high season for busy stuff. And we're getting into the holiday season. And, these Thursday episodes, I'm not a fan. Bachelor Mondays is where it's at. And so take note, ABC. We don't like the Thursday episodes because Thursdays are like a Friday June. All right, but as I said, that's the wrap. We're wrapped from me here for episode 291 of Future Bachelor. Tune in next week for the finale of Bachelor in Paradise. And we'll see you then. Adios.
Future Bachelor Podcast.